Estadio Santiago Bernabéu plays host to the 232nd competitive edition of El Derbi Madrileño between eternal rivals Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid on Saturday evening. Carlo Ancelotti's men come into proceedings in high spirits after turning an early 2-0 deficit into an overwhelming 5-2 victory over Liverpool at Anfield in the first leg of their Champions League last 16 tie on Tuesday. Vinicius Jr. scored a first-half brace to draw Madrid back on level terms before Eder Militao turned the game on its, with Karim Benzema putting the icing on the cake with a quick-fire double. But Los Merengues cannot rest on their laurels if they are to defend the La Liga title for the first time since 2008, as they start this round 8 points below leaders Barcelona. Unlike their hosts, without the distraction of European football or other domestic cup competitions for the remainder of the season, Atletico can channel their energy to securing an 11th straight top 4 finish. After finishing bottom of their Champions League group, Diego Simeone's side bowed out of Copa del Rey to none other than Los Blancos in January, which has proved to be a blessing in disguise. Los Rojiblancos has since won 3 of their 4 league matches, including a 1-0 home victory over Athletic Bilbao last weekend, to move 4 points clear of 5th-placed Real Betis. El Derbi Madrileño has recently been a one-sided affair, with Los Merengues losing just one of their last 14 league encounters against Atletico. Ancelotti's men have defeated their crosstown rivals in their last 3 La Liga meetings at the Bernabeu without conceding a goal after dropping points in 6 previous contests. Back-to-back multi-goal margin wins 2-0 over Osasuna and Elche in the lead-up to this clash mean Madrid could register 3 league triumphs on the spin for the first time since winning 4 consecutive times in October. Simeone has readopted the winning strategy after exiting other competitions, with Atletico's last 3 league wins coming by an identical 1-0 scoreline. They have toppled Celta Vigo and Osasuna by that scoreline in their last 2 La Liga away games after going winless on 3 previous league travels. Los Colchoneros are unbeaten in their last season matches in La Liga, accounting for their longest unbeaten run in the top flight this season. Real Madrid take on Atletico Madrid at the Santiago Bernabéu on Saturday, and while the Madrid derby tends to be a heated fixture, the managers at least are all praise and compliments for each other. Ahead of the game, some of Diego Simeone's comments were put to Carlo Ancelotti from the post-match reaction during the January derby. The Argentine had said of his counterpart that he liked him because he was intelligent, the same before the game as after, and that he would like to learn from Ancelotti. Speaking ahead of Saturday's fixture, Ancelotti said he had nothing to learn. "I would like to spend time with him because we love football. He has nothing to learn from me. I have never seen how he works and I would like to see what his day-to-day work is like. This always gives you more knowledge, seeing how the rest of the coaches prepare the game. There you learn. Maybe after the match he can tell me how he prepared it, and I will tell him how I prepared the match." Coming back to the theme later in the press conference, Ancelotti again stated that he was appreciative of his opposite number. "I like Simeone as a person. He is very honest in his assessment of the matches. We must not forget that Atletico's success in recent years is in the identity that the coach has managed to give them." The pair will have the chance to pick apart the remains on Saturday evening, although the atmosphere may not be conducive to that. Their comments fly in the face of built-up conflict between the two clubs of late. Real Madrid have extracted more than they could have possibly hoped for from their aging veterans in recent seasons, but based on their Champions League performances it looks as if they might be good for a while yet. When asked about whether age ever factors into his decisions, Carlo Ancelotti came up with an excellent answer. The genesis of the question came from Sergio Ramos' Spain retirement, who implied that his age was an issue for new coach Luis de la Fuente. However, Ancelotti declared that didn't pay too much to it. The issue of being old is the same as that of youth. If a footballer makes the grade, you don't have to look at their passport. If a player is 16 years old and does the job, well, he will have to play. If a player is 17 and does not make the grade, then he doesn't have to play. It's the same as if a player is 35, 36, or 37. You have to evaluate what happens on the pitch every day, evaluate if a player is doing well or not. This is our job, and age, for better or for worse, cannot be something with which you make a decision. Sometimes they say that I don't use the academy, and back in the day, I put on a goalkeeper who was 16. It was Buffon, who was 16 years old. Why? He was very good, better than others, and that's why he played. Maldini trained once a week and played because he was the best of all. Los Blancos continue to get the best out of Luka Modric and Toni Kroos, even if Karim Benzema has struggled this season with fitness issues. The former two perhaps have had dips in the season, but the reality is that no player is at their best level for the entire season, as was illustrated by Feed Valverde in January 2. Carlo Ancelotti has praised Real Madrid stalwart Nacho Fernandez ahead of this weekend's La Liga derby against Atletico Madrid. The veteran defender faces a crucial decision on his future in the coming weeks, with his current Los Blancos contract set to expire in June. Nacho has established cult status with Los Blancos supporters, with 2022-2023 his 13th season in the first team, after rising through the youth ranks and making 300 appearances for the club. However, the 33-year-old has admitted to becoming frustrated at a reduced role under Ancelotti this season, as he ponders his next move. Ancelotti turned to Nacho as a replacement for the injured David Alaba during Real Madrid's 5-2 Champions League midweek win at Anfield, and he responded with a typically assured display, which was highlighted by Jurgen Klopp as key in nullifying Mo Salah. He will once again fill in at left back against Atletico, and Ancelotti was steadfast in admiration for the versatile star. I see him every day, and I understand his discomfort at not playing, and he's gone through moments where he was not happy, as per reports from Diario AS. But he's not complained, he continued to suffer and show professionalism. When I have needed him, he's been ready. I'm not here to make friends, but for Real Madrid to win.